Canvas can import rubrics from Blackboard, but there are some issues to be aware of. Canvas rubrics are only points-based. Any other type of rubric is not accepted. However, rubrics have some problems when they import, so you will have to decide whether it's worth taking the time to fix them after importing or if it's just better to rebuild from scratch. In my Blackboard course, I have 4 rubrics to demonstrate what happens when they go to Canvas. One rubric is points-based, and the points go from largest to smallest left to right. In comparison, another rubric is points-based, but the points go from smallest to largest left to right. And notice we have a description for this rubric as well. The third rubric is points-based, but it uses point ranges for each cell. And the fourth rubric is a percentage-based rubric. Let's go through each of these rubrics and see how they transfer to Canvas. All rubrics will transfer over, and you will be able to grade with them, but they behave very strangely. The first one, I triple-checked, was largest on the left and smallest on the right. However, when Canvas brought it in, it reversed the order. That's not necessarily a problem with this, as you'll still be able to use the rubric. You can grade with it and it works. However, the moment you edit this rubric, Canvas will snap to putting the largest point value on the left. But it gets confused because the largest is already on the right, so it just makes all of the point values the same. If you try to type the points back into what they should be, Canvas won't let you. So then your points and descriptions won't match up, and the only way to handle this is to copy and paste one cell at a time, which is a bit tedious. But hold that thought because there's a workaround which I'll cover later. Let's look at the second rubric. Canvas kept it in the order of smallest to largest. Again, very strange. No matter how we arrange the rubric in Blackboard, Canvas brings it in the order that it can't handle. Because remember, as soon as you edit it, it doesn't work with the points properly. Notice also that the rubric description we had in Blackboard is stripped out, as Canvas has no place for overall descriptions in its rubrics. Let's look at the point range rubric. Canvas rubrics cannot handle ranges, so everything seems to be quite messed up here. The points Canvas assigned to the cells aren't even close to what the original rubric was set for, and the total value is not the actual sum of the above numbers. Very strange. You'll need to change this rubric to a straight points-based rubric in Blackboard before exporting. If you are concerned about losing grading flexibility in Canvas, don't worry. You are able to manually adjust student points up or down in Canvas, even if you grade with a rubric that doesn't have ranges built into it. And now the percentage rubric. Canvas rubrics can also not handle percentages, and bringing in a percentage rubric seems to mess it up quite spectacularly. It's like Canvas arbitrarily decided to assign point values to the rubric and they don't add up correctly. And for some reason, it arranged the columns smallest to largest, even though they were largest to smallest in Blackboard, again. This is quite a mess, so it's best to change the rubrics in Blackboard first. Edit the rubric and change it to points. Now, the main concern with changing percentage-based rubrics to points is that you want to attach the rubric to assignments that have different point values, but still use the same rubric. When you update the percentage-based rubric, Blackboard will tell you that it's going to update the point values of all the assignments this rubric is attached to. There are 2 ways to handle this. Either you can make copies of the rubric in Blackboard, multiple versions, and change the point values for each one, depending on which assignment it's attached to. Or you can ignore this issue for now, let the point values be what they are, and fix it in Canvas. If you edit a rubric in Canvas that is attached to another assignment, Canvas automatically makes a copy of the rubric and keeps them separate. So if you're 100% sure that your text descriptions are accurate and you only need to change point values for each assignment, it might be faster to change the rubrics in Canvas. Now I'm going to get to the workaround I mentioned earlier. Essentially, we are going to trick Canvas into getting our text in the correct order. So in Blackboard, edit your rubric, and then switch around the order of points. So on this one, I have 3, 1.5, and 0. I'm going to make it go 0, 1.5, 3, but keep the text the same. Now this doesn't match in Blackboard, but we're going to fix it in Canvas. So you do this for all rows. Now when I import this rubric into Canvas and it flips the columns around, it puts the text in the correct order. Then all I have to do is edit the point values back to what they should be. This is much easier than copy-pasting text from one cell to another. So to recap, All your rubrics need to be points-based, not ranges, and not percentages, and you can trick the system by putting the point values in reverse order. Once you do that to all your rubrics, they will be ready for exporting out of Blackboard.